G'day, today we are continuing on playing Oxygen Not Included. I'm playing this pretty quick after the other video got released, so there's not much in the way of comments at this stage, but I think in part of that, this almost feels like a two-parter because I'm already I'm about halfway through a lot of these builds, so totally fine, I think, to just sort of chug away with this one. I suppose the big question here is how do I get this. Oh, I suppose there's a connector point right there, isn't there? So I've just got to get this guy through a wall over there once he's built. Yeah, I think that a lot of this is just the what a gas pipe that's been previously worked on. But why is he? Was that the gas pipe that was the problem? Why did you break? And I mean, absolutely, that's a 100% priority. Is that what's just sort of leaking? That's not water. Can we get in there quick? Because otherwise we're going to have... What caused it to break? Because we're about to have a whole bunch of steam that's going to build up in the pipes there. Now we've got steam going the wrong way in the pipe. Is this broken too? Right, okay, so we've got to dig this out. Have I mistakenly left the thing open? I have. Okay, so that one's on me. It is this middle one. Switch him off. Which possibly also explains why this is broken, because the pipes got, like, the stuff got stopped in the pipe. And now is leaking out. So that's now reachable again. Oh! Feel that one, Quinn? Are we still closing up there? Wow, that's a small mistake that definitely costs. So we'll see if that recovers from that. Definitely a lesson in why we're meant to close that door. And it looks like the steam's still working its way through. No, it's now cold damaging, killing it because it's too cold. So I've got to basically shut this off. Make its limit to 40. So that it all gets out, because now we've got just got to basically jettison it all. So I think the easiest way to jettison it will be if we just put a vent, say, like a gas vent. I'll do it down there, I guess. Here, and then just put a gas pipe over there. That build. Now, with all this, I do keep saying it, but I probably do need to put more steam into this room. I mean, again, it seems fine, so it's okay at this point. But I feel like I need to put something similar to this gas meter valve for a liquid thing that allows me to just sort of drip water in there. So it's small amounts so that the temperature stays similar. Those guys are all too hot. And we've got problems all over the place at the moment. Sorry, this guy, let's make him an excessive priority too. Did that break because it's too... Need all of that addressed real quick. Okay. We're also getting too hot in here again. Although is that irrigation? So that's water problems there. So again, that's back to this guy. Gonna get more power through here. This guy's still disabled while we're waiting for that, and I know that I'm meant to be, like, there's a way that I can just sort of reduce the heat in that room, but with so much stuff going on, I'm happy to just leave it be. Okay, some mop-up duties. Let's clean that up and clean that up. So I notice you two guys aren't working at the moment, but I think that that's just because there's no one in attendance to them. It's not that we don't have the oil available. That's all good. We're just about to this guy, but we need to just build a sort of ladder walkway across the top there. Get to the rest of that. Why is that? There's not anything there, is there? Alright, that's there. I was trying to work out how this sort of like... That to me looked like it was done, but it's not. So this is all to be dug. So still plenty to do on that piping. Plenty to get done down there still. But is his piping all done? No, his piping's still to go too. Alright, so nothing to do with the bottom stuff. That's all still a work in progress. This guy's pumping. He's got that water coming down here. We've got a cool steam vent up there. Pretty cool steam vent if I ask me. And he's coming down this way. Again, I stare at this and then ponder if I should build a second one immediately below it. To double the amount of bowls that I'm getting, because it looks very effective. And I feel like my my bristleberries are... My bristle blossoms aren't overly like going to sustain us. So maybe what we'll do is I'll just copy the layout. And I'll just sort of replicate it down. So it's 4 deep and then across. There we go, 2 up. 1 too many there. 2 down and then a floor point. And then again, that can be cut off there in the end, but it doesn't need to be at this point because that ladder will be how they get in until we sort of get rid of that brick, which basically we'll just move that brick to there and then just have that as a straight line through. So that question there is pretty easily solvable. Those 2 there, we'll copy these 2, put them there. And then we'll also ask to dig out all of that. Okay, so these 2 guys now need power. We haven't set up anything for that yet. This guy's got power, but he's flashing blue, so that sort of suggests that he's already in a pretty exerted capacity. But the problem, I think, with these parts is that they're just connecting off the... Yeah, okay, so all I need to do then is I just need to set up another one of these guys, just sort of here, and then have him run down and do that duty. In fact, I might give him the duty of all 3. So if we dig out those, we just give him basically a spot to stand. He only needs to be, what, 2 or 3 high? What's the big one? Might as well build a big one. Where was he? There's one. Copy him. Big one in is at the top, so flip him, we put him there. And we say copy. We'll swap to igneous rock. Let's give him that to sit on. And then I mean, we may as well draw it while he's waiting. We can go. It doesn't really need to stretch out, does it? So we can cancel that. Copy that. Iron. Drop him down there. I want to select that wire and hit pause for a second. Deconstruct. So we need to check why is Quinn suffocating. Okay, we need to dig that out. Run, Quinn. That's why we have a... Whoa, we made it. Zoom in there, Quinn. You might end up being the screenshot there because you look exhausted. Good job, buddy. The way that you're exhausted, but then hanging your legs around a pole to just hold. Now, you're not the only one. It's just that, again, is entombed. Let's dig that out. How am I still getting stuff down there? That one's come from. Okay, so that's still pushing air out. Now, the reason that there's so much in there is because this guy is now just sort of filtering it through his backlog because he holds that section there pretty full. So you can see this is now just sort of running completely. So all we need to do now is just go... Well, we need to wait for this to stop being entombed. Dig this. Wait. Before you go, dig that. Thank you. Okay, that's no longer entombed. So then what we can do is we can say disable building. And what we can do is just, before you go anywhere, because we may as well leave that as a sort of a backup option. Does that need repair? There we go. Okay, so at the moment, it's now 50% of everything's getting past it. We can close that, and then 100% will get past it. Now it's getting damaged because it's so cold. Let's deconstruct it. And then we'll have to deconstruct the piece of pipe that sort of leads to it as well. That guy. Construct him. Yeah. I guess that future means that I should put that vent somewhere down here. Where I guess I can reclaim that water if it turns to steam anyway. Okay. So this cabling down here will run to this guy. Then what we can do is want the shortest path possible, but I suppose we can just sort of follow the same path that the Okay, now once those go in there, I've actually done the second half of this. Yes, okay, so they then lead down into here. And we're waiting for... There we go. Old dependable Stinky is digging his way through. Good. I mean, if his pipe's blocked, then that means that we've got more than enough oil currently sitting with him. Now, did I change the priority of these? No, I didn't. They're still 9s. So they are working away. His pipe's blocked too. I assume that that just means that wire is overloading there. Right, okay, so let's copy conduct wiring. Use some lead. I was gonna say we'll replace that, but that door's been permanently locked in here because we're using chlorine to clean that water. So we'll see if anyone can get to it without getting in that locked door. Good luck to you. Now, how are we looking water-wise? We can pop up some more liquid there. Now this guy I've currently got... Didn't I reset his amount? What have I done there? Did he just continue to push the whole time? Let's see. So he's currently got 200 in there. And I've currently got him going Pushing a further 150, so that's okay. We'll just let him continue to push. This guy's update, he's still going down very slowly. Causing my own problems with this one. Liquid coming in at 36, Liquid going out at 22. So he's sort of holding a pretty even system there, so we'll just leave him be as well now. Clean that up and that up. Not sure where that water's all come from. With steam pipes as well. These rooms as well have flooded, as those, and this. Down here. Let's mop everything we can. I wonder if what I should do is flip this around, like just get that moved to here. I mean, there's no harm in building. No, I suppose the only harm would be that I Is that going to cause a problem that he can't connect to the joiner? Actually, I don't think that's a problem. Okay, so it's a pain because I have to cut that wire. So if I'd say deconstruct and then urgently get rid of it, because we wanted to stay and pay attention to this, because I'm going to need to move through this nice and quick. So they get rid of that. Pause. Copy that. Let's use iron. Put that in place. At the same time, we want to deconstruct that. If this is going to be down... Sorry. Both of these are urgent requests. Okay, that one's gone. Then what we need to do is copy that. And I also realize I've just done the insane thing of opening this up without actually blocking it off. Now just let a whole bunch of polluted oxygen into my base. Alright, let's suddenly jack up the priority on everything this vicinity. Just trying to think if I build a wall here too. Let's just build a tile wall straight there. I'll lower the priority of these, and it's more we'll just urgently get these two that one floor tile built, and then we'll just urgently say and get this wall built. And then what I'll do is I'll cancel the build of those two, and we'll come back. We'll allow them to dig across this way to get that done. Alright, and need to urgently get these built because we've also probably cut our power from something. At least divided our power in half. And at the same time, we can also ask for a ladder to be built down there. But if you're... we don't need that one. And that one's going to be a hard one to build. There we go. Alright. It also means we've had people just wander through the bottom and get outside without using a an oxygen suit, but that's now blocked inside, so we're good. So the damage doesn't look like it was too bad off there. Just that we need that one guy built. Done, we're recovered. Okay. Update on how these guys are going. So he still needs power. He's got no power. Why not connected? Right, because this guy's not yet done. Did I miss the mark with connecting this guy's power wire? Okay, so what we want to do here is similar to, I think, the way that I built this one. He's got polluted oxygen too. Does he want polluted oxygen? Or is it just that that's what they've gained? What I want to do is sort of build these style tiles just through, and we'll basically just push the oxygen out, and then once that's clear, we'll then come back at this end, and then add more. So probably also want to add some more guys to do grooming. But I guess we'll wait for them to... I'm going to ask to not to mop them up, but to, sorry, sweep them up. Because what we can get is, if we... This water, if it's clean, then they're going to put it into our water supply. Which definitely would not hurt. Update, 250. I mean, it should get a pretty good indication that it's fine once, the water starts to just sit at the bottom of that thing. Now, why did I determine that it was getting so hot? I said it was getting so hot because something wasn't happening. That's right, there wasn't a steam turbine in there to generate enough energy. Steam temperature below 125. So basically what should happen is once this guy kicks in, that should be at the point that that's going to be okay. Now, this guy as well is actually going to hit the similar problem. So we need to... Why is he an unreachable build? Of course, because that is blocked off. No. Cancel that. It's this way. So we need to deconstruct the two of them. We'll put urgency on them, because we need urgency on him. And because, again, we've got problems where that is now getting too hot. Yeah, that's over the top of what temperature this needs to be as well. Which means I'd have to stop that guy. It says there's more water here, but I realize that's all this steam. That we've got steam outside of the base that's now just sort of cooling down to a point where it's going to drip down to here, which is okay. See, this guy's not even pumping at the moment because apparently doesn't need to send more water up here because that's his vent there. And as long as that vent's underwater, he's good. There's no liquid output for him. Something break up here? Or am I just not using you? What are you? A liquid valve. Not sure that I'm using you. Okay, so that means that this has been built. No liquid power. No liquid output. Power not connected. Okay, so copy the liquid vent. We'll put there. Just the same sort of layout as this guy. Copy his insulated pipe and drop him there. And then what we want to do is copy our heavy wire and get him connected there. It is a problem that we've got so many things that are currently having to be set as emergencies that that these guys are having to prioritize everything, so that if I don't say, "I'll go do that absolutely urgently," there's just no push for it. So they've still got no power, but again, that's just because this guy has no power. So for him, it should just be an easy fix of connecting him in like that. Now, once they start to move, they've successfully dug all the way down to here. So we've only got a bit more of our ceramic liquid pipe that needs to be done there. I think we had enough ceramic to... going fine. Infectious polluted oxygen vent. Don't like the sound of that one. Did I have a second one that I was still working on? Full steam vent. So an interesting one there, because he's down in this section. But if I allow him to just sort of run liquid down, he's just going to get liquid to this pump eventually and then push it through. So I mean, he's not that bad. May as well let him out. Be free and vent. Make sure you can get back out. I do want to do... Yeah, so it's Alt... J? No. C? I don't remember what the button was to check the thing, but let's just do a quick temperature overlay. Roll through. The vacuum of space just against the magma. Nice and cool anyway. Sweep the bottom. That's our infectious polluted one. There's another one there. That's it's gonna be our easiest way to get to him. Just build a ladder. Let's build it to about there. I think that one square gives us a bit of a reveal about what's in there. Thought I had one there, but that's just a gap. Try not to go too fast. I don't want, if you're watching this, I don't want to make you feel nauseous. It's pretty cold biomes about. And then I'm up to the section that I already checked, so I don't think there'll be anything this way. Saltwater geyser. I don't really have a setup to sort of clean salt water, so I'm not sure I want to grab that guy into any use. Marine vent. There, and then down through this part. Just got that guy we're already using. Got one over here. Alright, so let's dig across. Tiny little bit there, we'll see what we can find. We'll see if I remember that I'm looking for those two guys. Right, so that's still our... I don't need to mop that because he's just sort of cleaning it out. No power wire connected. Of course, I've got to connect it down there. Copy. Down, 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 across. All of this water is dripping down to the right spot. Like, it does all eventually get down to where it needs to be. Got all this crude oil over here, too, that... I feel like I could cut a line down here. Because that crude oil will get siphoned out of here and go up to the right spot anyway. We have to keep an eye on this guy too, though, because now these smart batteries are getting overheated because of the brief period that we've got with this steam coming through. Again, that's only temporary. We don't have to worry too much about that. Not sure where this water's coming from. Oh, obviously it's steam, because it can rise up to there and then drop. I'm amazed that this room here is still sitting just full of natural gas, that he's not successfully pumping out all of what he's got. These guys don't, even with these two operating again, I'm not sure we're sort of saving a reservoir here. So fingers crossed either of those two new things that we've found. This guy here would be my ideal one to be a steam vent, because he's in a position that we can sneak him into the bottom of this and he can just sort of contribute to that same pathway. This guy, I've got concerns he's already too hot. If this one's saying that he needs the steam to be below 125, I'm possibly going to have to tell this guy to stop operating for a bit. Let's disable him as well. He's a closed circuit, so um, he's not too bad. You can see it's down to 240, 230. Now, there is a row of polluted oxygen in him, so that was the other thing that I had to do for that one at least, was I had to get rid of the polluted oxygen. This guy, on the other hand, he's fine. That one I've actually got to clean out. But I can't put I can't remind myself by putting a pump in there until that room's cool enough that the pump won't just sort of disappear. And I also don't want to waste, like, lose all the water that's in the room. I want that to turn back into water before we do that. I guarantee I'm going to forget that, though. Forget what my actual plan was with that room. Alright, so let's mop what we've got down here. Again, if I can mop it while it's still water, it means that I can just drop it straight into here. Give our plants a chance to get back up. Oh, good to see our plants are all pretty thriving anyway. Plastic. At least the water's looking clean in this room now. Temperature's still that around that 40, courtesy of this guy being one of our main ways of getting water. I realize if I stop that guy, the temperature of that water is just going to get worse, but he's pumping. Turbine too hot. Generator idle. Why are you even pumping then? Oh, it's because you've got the polluted oxygen that you can't even get to it, right? And let's mop what we've got there. Let's claim that water back. Surprisingly, they haven't been able to get to any of this, but I mean, they should be able to reach some of this from the bottom, can't they? No, but I don't want them to go into that room. They should at least be able to reach that one. Unreachable. Let's just cancel it. Alright, check on our waters. So these guys still aren't pumping. Their pipe's blocked, but I assume that means that they've started the process of pumping. It's got to there. But he needs to know that he can be working his way down here. So we just need these last few. And they're ceramic. Alright, steam vent here. We probably want to dig a hole out the bottom for you to get that just sort of running down this way. I mean, you're just going to sit on top of the oil for the most part anyway. But I know that using that path you will actually get out. Don't need to worry about those digs. I know you can dig those, but will you be able to then figure out how to get back out if you do dig them? Let's cancel that and that and that, so you can hop down to get to that one. Cancel those. Hop down, hop down. Come through the bottom to get to those, I think. Always good to see Ellie come down and get straight digging. I think you can probably cancel that one too. I think that'll do the job. Alright, so we've gotten down the ladder on this one. What sound am I hearing there? You don't have an eyes on what that is yet. See that the ceramic is still getting delivered there. And this guy is of steam though, so I imagine he'll go up unless he's. Although I guess steam must be lighter than um, the pollution since he's. We getting a reveal with that one? No. Yeah, that one. How's our other one looking? Where was that? All the way up here. Water geyser. Perfect. Perfect position for that guy. Let's dig out all of that. Just adds to our existing water supply where he is. Still nothing? So that says to me that he must be one of the short little geysers. Saltwater geyser. Sure we want to mess with him. Yeah, no, well, I mean, there's a saltwater thing here, so I could sort of move him across into there, but I'm not sure I've got too much use for salt water. I suppose there must be a way that I can get salt out of salt water and then just use it for real water, but I've got enough actual water things going that surely I don't need it. So this plumbing to him is all the way done. Good. So we've now got that water flowing through, and they're moving as a nice sort of smooth machine of pumping that through. Seemingly they're pumping out more than this can take. Like so, I don't know. Either way, sort of, they're not stopping; they're continuing moving. So the first of these should start to operate very shortly. I see that that happened. So let's speed things up. Yeah, pretty much done here today. I guess the drip there is just sort of meaning that we've now got an endless supply of oil to work with. So hopefully these going now sort of means that we're working in almost like a perpetual motion machine, that we've got the oil wells will make oil, that will allow these two guys to go, which will make natural gas. The natural gas can then go and work these guys. The water that those oil wells are using is coming from renewable resources of this cool steam vent, and I think there's a second one up here somewhere. Just here, this polluted water vent. So we are, we just sort of have a continuous flow. We'll see if they use more water than that can handle, but find out. There we go. Any questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below, and until next time, catch you later. See ya.